Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Sunday, July 10th, 2016. The main fire potentials this week will occur today. Across the north, we are expecting conditions to be much cooler. We will see wetting rains across Idaho and Wyoming, and then showers briefly across far northern Utah and Nevada this afternoon. We will see strong southwesterly winds continue today, and we could see gusts from 30 to 50 miles an hour. Gusts will be strongest across southeastern Utah, and you can see that darker orange area highlighted on the map where those wind gusts are expected to be the strongest. Over the past 24 hours, there was some precipitation across the northern part of the Great Basin. This was also accompanied with some lightning in the areas where we saw that heavier precipitation. So you can see here across portions of southeastern Idaho, there was a line of thunderstorms, and then some moving into portions of western Idaho as well. There were some new fire starts over the past 24 hours. Those are the dots in red, with some larger ongoing fires across the Great Basin. Over the past 30 days, there has been a fair amount of precipitation across the Great Basin. However, when you compare this precipitation to normal, which is the map on the right, you can see that really the majority of the Great Basin has been below normal over the past 30 days. The exception to this is across portions of eastern and southern Nevada. You can see the map on the right. Kind of the greens and the blues on the map are areas that have been above normal precipitation. But really, the majority of the Great Basin has been below normal as far as precipitation over the past 30 days. ERCs are on the rise across the southern part of the Great Basin, where the weather has been hotter and drier over the past few weeks. And there are a couple of stations you can see across central Utah and eastern Utah that are in that 80 to 89th percentile category. Further north, where we have started to see temperatures decline, you can see the ERCs are on the downward trend. Live fuel moistures continue to decrease across the Great Basin. All three charts represented on the map here have shown a significant decline in live fuel moisture over the past month or two. The water vapor satellite this morning shows a low pressure system over the Pacific Northwest that will quickly move east through the day, impacting the Great Basin. For this afternoon, the main significant impact will be wind. You can see much of Utah is highlighted on the map here. We are expecting some very strong winds across the Great Basin. Looking at wind speeds, which is the map on the right, you can see really strong wind speeds across southeastern Utah. Gusts to 50 miles an hour are possible across portions of eastern and southeastern Utah. There's also a pocket here in northeastern Nevada that could see some pretty significant wind gusts as well. Also of import is the low relative humidity values, particularly across southeastern Utah. You can see in the areas where we are going to see the gusty winds that relative humidity values are below 10%. You can see southeastern Utah, there's even some areas around 5%. So very dry, very windy, particularly across southeastern Utah this afternoon. On Monday, that system will rapidly move eastward, and we will continue to see the dry air across the southern part of the Great Basin. However, further north, you can see that these zones have turned green in Idaho due to the rain that we are expecting today. On Monday afternoon, you can see from the map on the right, wind speeds will be significantly lower than what we are expecting this afternoon. Relative humidities will not come up much across the southern part of the Great Basin. You can see from this map on the left, forecast relative humidities for tomorrow afternoon are still quite low across the area. As we move into Tuesday, we continue to see westerly winds with drier conditions across the southern part of the Great Basin. Wind speeds will increase a bit on Tuesday. You can see these higher wind speeds predicted across portions of southwestern Utah, though generally at or below 20 miles an hour for tomorrow afternoon. And again, the low relative humidities continue to be forecast for Tuesday. So the 3-day precipitation accumulation forecast shows that really mainly Idaho and far northern Nevada and Utah will see precipitation over the next 3 days. The remainder of the Great Basin will remain quite dry. On Wednesday, that dry westerly flow continues to remain in place across the Great Basin, and you can see from the significant fire potential forecast here on the right, some of these Idaho zones are beginning to move back into the yellow. On Thursday, more dry air in place. Winds will not be too strong on Wednesday, but they will continue to be out of the west for the most part. Moving into Friday, we continue to see a rather similar pattern, although winds will begin to turn southwesterly as a low pressure system begins to again make its way into the Pacific Northwest. And finally, as we move into Saturday, we'll start to see southwest winds increase again as that low pressure system continues its way east. Looking at precipitation accumulation Friday through Sunday, you can really see how things dry out in that 5 to 7 day period. Really, the only precipitation that is possible in that period, as currently forecast, is across far northeastern Idaho. Finally, in the 8 to 14 day period, the Climate Prediction Center is calling for below normal temperatures in the northwestern corner of the Great Basin and above normal temperatures across the southeastern area, with below normal precipitation across pretty much the entire area. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.